But why would you celebrate for a child if we understand that the child not being raised in an environment where it's going to be able to thrive, and we look at being raised in any single parent household as a is basically you a handicap. Why are we celebrating the handicap, even if we're celebrating it from the baby's point of view? Because you're celebrating a baby that's going to be have issues or have to overcome some things.
Right.
Like I know the way I explained that it didn't answer the question. I was basically saying it's getting celebrated because women aren't struggling. They're not feeling the pain of that child coming into the world. They're not feeling they're they're having no lack. They have too many resources. So it wouldn't be celebrated if there wasn't no help. It's too much help.
I get
So we've
that.
been saying
I
for years,
don't.
we've been saying for years though, like it's more to it than the man's money, right? Because
No,
everybody been
I'm not
saying that.
talking about the man. I mean, like we already
Government.
understand black man is outside of the home
No,
most
no,
of
I'm
the
just
time.
talking about any man. If it's about resources, if it's about okay, I know that I'm going to get a bag, or I know I'm going to do whatever, and I'm going to have an ability to have resources to help me raise this child. It's not the same as having support, right?
Right. Yeah,
Because
but
a lot, even just keeping it real. I grew up in a single family household. And so you end up with your aunts or your grandma, you end up with people a lot, right? Because folks got to go to work, people have to go ahead and have life and all of the things. And it has to be somebody there that you trust to be able to take care of this child. And single parents know more than anybody, especially now, child care is very
expensive.
expensive. So you have to find people to then watch your child, and the vetting process in which they do that with further puts that child in harm.
You think people are doing that, or you think people are leaving them at home with the iPad, with the
I
TV?
think they're doing
I
that
think the days of the
because
latchkey kid is like we were latchkey kids. I think the day of the latchkey kid is kind of over with. We were able to get on bikes and go 21 miles away from the crib. That's like unheard of now. Like I got on two buses and a train at like 14. I don't think that the kids are doing that nowadays. At least not that I can see.
I think kids are less supervised now by parents. Honestly, I mean,
You said
maybe
what?
I said I think kids are less supervised by
Oh, okay.
parents now. Yeah, I
You
think
think
that.
so?
I
Yes.
think yeah, just my thoughts. I think so. From what I see from where I'm from, I think a lot of moms leave the kids at home with maybe the older kid kind of watches the younger kids or whatever, and the oldest kid really not old enough to take care of themselves either. So I see that a lot.
Not only that, there's been a couple of stories that's been out where mothers have left their kids home alone for a couple of days and the kids have passed away.
Oh, I thought
So
you was about to talk about the shorty that went on the cruise or whatever, the
Oh
vacation.
yeah, yeah, that was
there's that
wild.
one too. There's a Hispanic chick left, went on a trip. Another chick left for a couple of days, went to the
And
club,
she watched them.
out,
She watched through like the phone or something, like the
watch it through
video
the
chat.
phone. Hmm.
Right, it's crazy.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's any different. I think that a lot of people was raised the same way as they being raised today. The only difference is that we got social media. Like it was a lot of kids that was raised and they was left at home with their crackhead uncle, and
Yeah.
this ain't new. Like this is the same as it's always been. This ain't nothing new, bro. Anybody that's ever been raised in a hood, if you wasn't in the family where that happened, then you knew of people in the hood where it happened. And the reason that I know that it happened is because we was the crib where everybody was coming to because they didn't have no real parents. And so they hung out at our crib and they hooped all day. And then they wound up staying and spending the night. And we wound up being like a de facto foster home for a lot of these young kids and young guys. And, thankfully, my parents was the type of parents was like, listen, if you're going to be here, if you're going to keep me in here every day, you got to come to church. And so that was kind of the sentiment. But if you've ever been raised in any environment, everybody know that you was just at the crib. I mean, you was yeah, you was outside and you did stuff, but that don't mean that you wasn't by yourself. And so I don't think that it's any different than how it is today. It's just now we got social media where these dumb hoes feel
Or
compelled
technology.
to get some fame by going live and clout chase as a result of it. What I'm trying to understand is if y'all know that y'all was raised like trash, or y'all know that people was raised like trash, and this is not something that's new to y'all because we not that far removed. How come y'all just say that this bitch is trash? Like why we pity patting it and saying, oh man, the kids, nah man, them kids is gonna be fucked up, bro. Let's just be for real. Them kids ain't got a goddamn chance. They're gonna be raised in a foster home. They're gonna be raised in a bad environment. They're gonna be going from place to place to place. They know they mama gonna be trash. Now they're gonna be able to go back and look at what it is that they mama did to them in the first place. They fathers ain't gonna be in their life. The chick is gonna still be out here in the streets. This is the same old, same old. Brenda's got a baby. Every other chick, every other song. Black Girl Lost. Every Nas, Pac, every song that you can think of. This is the same conversation that we've been saying. The only difference is we need to stop heralding and stop celebrating and stop acting like it's not a problem. And the minute that we start calling it for what it is and just addressing it and stop trying to say, oh man, well it's good for the and fuck them kids, fuck her, fuck them kids, and fuck everything that she never stood for, because all she doing is continuing to perpetuate the same problem that's creating all of the issues that we got inside of our community every single day. And then we're gonna be sitting here blaming it on the white man, saying that it's a systemic issue again. That's all we doing. That's the same thing. It's the same problems, and all we doing is passing along generational curses. I guarantee you, one of the whatever, how many 3-4 kids, one of them gonna be making license plate in prison. Another one is probably gonna be in the streets. They gonna hope that he gonna make it to the league, right? So he gonna be the dumbass, but he gonna have some football pads on him. And then the other one is gonna be selling crack. So and he gonna try to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So like it's the same fucking thing, bro. And because we won't call it what it is, you're gonna have the same problems. And so as long as you all keep pity patting it, and you know what the worst part about it is, it's gonna be some simp ass motherfucker that try to save her. And you know, they're gonna say, oh man, she reformed and she changed her life. And it's gonna be some dude that try to pick up the pieces and she gonna go on a balloon pop show. And that's gonna be the end of that conversation.
So, he's probably already there.
You saw the balloon pop show where the girl had 5 kids. She had the youngest was 11 months.
Girl. She was talking about she ain't like folks' outfits, man. Come on, man.
On the after hours, a couple night, me and Anton talked about there was this girl. She got 4 kids. Well, she got 3 kids with 2 baby daddies.
No, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
All right, we are.
You know what I'm talking about?
No. I'm gonna bring that up in reference to something else.
Oh, okay.
Right. But yeah, we gonna get there. But no, I know exactly what you're saying.
I think stuff like this, if you go to those comments, it's just women champion her. You're a strong mom. Take care of your mental health. Backing her with BS. You're a pick me. You don't know what it is to have kids. I don't get it. I think it's gonna get worse. As you say, this culture, we champion it. There's a lot of resources, you know. If I ever become a baby mama, I know there's resources.
I was gonna say, I saw a comment too. Someone actually said that if CPS or like the state can pay foster parents, they should be paying single moms. And I was like, no. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a warped mindset. So when you're asking like why we celebrate the single moms, like not us like personally, but I think it's because like there's a warped mindset. Like people see being a mom, no matter what, as being like a queen thing. Like she has like become the epitome of a woman when she becomes a mom, no matter what she does. So that's why there's no such thing as like a deadbeat mom, even though there's hundreds of thousands of people that literally have deadbeat moms or horrible moms.
You know what it is? Let me tell you why they celebrate y'all. You know, and I'm not talking about all of y'all. I'm just saying,
right?
You know, where the shoe fit wear it. The reason that they celebrate y'all is because y'all easily monetize. Listen, the system is this. When poor people have children, they essentially create slaves. That's the mindset. And when we don't have enough children, because a lot of people become more informed or they become a lot more wise because they get more money. That's why when you see people get older and they get more resources, they tend to lean more conservative and they make better decisions. What happens is if you don't have enough children, we don't create enough workers. And so when you see people say stuff like, oh man, everybody can't be rich, that's a slave mindset. And so what happens is when you create an environment that basically pushes out more kids that then is a part of the system, what we do is we create more workers for shit that we don't want to do. That's one of the reasons why it's important to bring over immigrants, because then they are less educated and they willing to do the shit that we not willing to do. And so we also need a group of people to continue to push out more children that's going to ultimately be a part of a system that will never, ever really be successful. Yeah, a couple of them will get through, right? But most of them is so ignorant that they never going to be able to break through the barriers. So when we feed them rap music, we feed them entertainment, we feed them dreams, where it's only 450 NBA players, but everybody want to be a fucking ball player. And so we create basketball courts. You don't see no golf courses. You don't see no nothing productive. Libraries is empty. We put a basketball court around and then we feed the radio all of this trash ass music in order to feed them the pipe dream that we know that they never gonna make it. Even if one or two of them make it, it's only gonna be a couple of them that make it. But ultimately, those are the people that's gonna be the workers in the warehouses. They're gonna be the plant workers. They're gonna be the janitor. They're gonna be the people that sweep. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that anything is wrong with anybody that do anything, right? But we know that it's gonna be a strong possibility for you motherfuckers to end up in jail at some point, which means that you're gonna have a record, which means that you'll ultimately probably have a much higher probability of getting a regular fucking job just trying to survive. And then you're gonna die without nothing. And so then you're gonna have children, because we know that poor people have more children than people that have resources. And so you basically are feeding a system in order to keep a worker in place that'll never really succeed, even if we let one or two of you get through. You're basically creating the economy of scale when it comes to capitalism that allows for people that are wise to get richer and for you to continue to feed into the system while you get upset about it at the same time.